What I'm doing today is, well, I've been having trouble with my computer. Every now and then it'll just shut down. It shuts down mainly when it's under a certain amount of stress. But you know, it's annoying because when I'm playing a certain game, it'll just go without warning. It'll just go bang and shuts right down. And it's not like shutting down when you press Windows shutdown. It just goes blank. So what I'm doing now is going to put it through a stress test, a couple of them actually at the same time. But you know, I'm going to do these stress tests individually, then both of them together, because each one stresses a certain part of the computer. So what I'm doing is Firmark, which stresses the GPU, and Prime 95, which stresses the CPU. I mean, this is just a stability test, and then I'm going to also do a transplant. I've got another computer here, but it is a Frankenstein. If people know Mac computers and 2005 desktops, they know that I've made a real Frankenstein. Anyway, let's do some stress testing. I'll start by opening up Firmark, and I'll put the GPU under stress. Not yet. I don't want to do the new one yet. So, GPU stress test. As you can see here, it's running reasonably well. The heat is not going bad. I mean, you can see the frame rate. That's to be expected from a GTX 980 Ti. Yes, I know. I've got an AMD FX 8550, which is a power-hungry CPU, and it's as hot as a little. Yes, it's as hot as anything. But as you can see, it is running the Firmark, not a problem. And as you can see, yes, because of the actual card I've got here, which is a Gainward Phoenix, you can put this card through its maximum and yeah, it'll stay below 70 degrees no matter how warm my place gets. So as you can see, now I will stop that because, you know, that was just to prove. This is just to test the power supply unit, which is where I'm suspecting the problem to be. Now I'll just minimize that because that's going to do nothing whilst it's there. And now I'm going to put this through maximum heat. Actually no, maximum power, because the power supply is what I'm testing. Now I should get the monitoring program for the AMD up and show that it is really under maximum load. Come on. I know you can do it, Betsy. There you are. So there you go. As you can see, CPU under maximum load. It's stable. And yeah, you'll leave that running for a few minutes, but you know, if I had this running for a few minutes, this will become a very boring video. So I'll stop that stop the Prime 95 for the moment, and I'll restart it because that's the best way, I'm pretty sure. Hang on, I'll do that test now. So no, it can't continue, so I will actually exit that and restart it. Oh, there it is right there. Now first off, I'll get Firmark going. Stress test, go. Just because there tends to be a bit of problem with, you know, starting Prime 95 then starting the Firmark. It just takes too long to kick in. There we go. Now look at that. CPU under maximum load. Firmark going quite well. And let's watch for this to happen. At times it takes a few minutes, sometimes it just almost happens instantly. It looks like at the moment it's going to take a while. Or probably going to make a monkey's uncle out of me. Right in front of the video camera. It's drawing 570 watts from the wall, which you can see from that. Nearly 580. And this is a power supply unit that's a 650 watt Corsair, VS, is it? Yeah, VS650. It should be able to do that all day, but I mean that's maximum. That's the maximum the system will draw at that 570, 580 watts. Whilst playing games, it would draw 350 watts or 450 watts, maybe a little bit more, which is well and truly within the power supply, or should be the power supply's ability. But every now and then I've just been having the system just go blank. And as far as I can tell, it's the power supply unit. Just because I've had more than a decade worth of experience of building, modifying my own computers. And I've been starting, and there we go. It's gone blank. So, this is what I'm going to do. This is the Frankenstein. Come on, focus. This thing is a beast. It is big, it is heavy as anything, and as you can see by all these cords, this is not standard of an Apple PowerMac G5 1000 watt power supply unit. All these cords are what I've added to it. Yes, boys and girls, I've cracked this puppy open, I've made modifications to it, but all the working internals are from the original power supply unit. It's just, I've done some trimming and put some cords onto it. Right, well, I'm going to now connect this puppy up to my desktop and then run through the same benchmarks again, or same stress testing. And I'll get back to you. Right, well, I'm back. Now, this sure isn't as bodgy as ever. Let's have a look what's down here. Actually, you know what? I'll get a light on into there. Oh no, you can probably see that. There's that power supply. There's the original power supply. Hooked up to my computer just from the outside of the case. Bodgy. Can't call that any more than dodgy as ever. Well, it's plugged up. Let's do some testing. And that's only really just for short term until I've got, I'm sure what's going on. Alright, if it isn't the power supply unit, then it's definitely something else. So we've got that going. You can see that. Now let's get the Prime 95 going. Oh, hang on, I just chose the wrong one. Want maximum power. Stop. Oh, there we go. Didn't matter. So there's something else going on. As far as I can tell, that could probably mean the motherboard. Yikes. So the motherboard's not coping with the power strain of both the CPU and the graphics. Yet, it can handle one at a time. Ay ay ay. I'm just going to have to live with that. Why? I just don't have that kind of money. And if I'm going to replace the motherboard, I might as well replace the CPU, because there's certain games that just don't adequately support the AMD 8-core processor. And that's just the honest truth. And I've been putting up with it, and I'm still going to have to put up with it, just because, well, I may have been into the tech, but it's only been mainly a hobby. And yes. But that conclusion, the power supply I've got there is a 1000 watt power supply. There should be nothing that could stop that. I could have probably had two GTX 980s sitting on there, and that power supply should easily cope with them. But that just leads to show me that it's not the power supply unit but the motherboard itself, and the motherboard's just not coping with the power draw that is being put on it. Wow. Well, I'm now going to have to sign off, put it all together again, but you know, screws where they need to go. Come on, focus in camera. Screws back where they need to go, and put everything back to where it needs to go. Hope you guys enjoyed. Have a good day.